lottery big is?
First and foremost, like to do all praise, honor, and glory too.
Double
honors to the Ellsbury Millstone. Salutations to the brethren that's pushing this truth. You know, week in and week out, you walk through the four corners of the earth in all faith, truth, and sincerity. To you, we say shalom.
Shalom.
We're going to start off with times of Jacob's trouble. Times of trouble to come for you so-called Negroes, Latino natives.
Right. It's Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince is standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
So the times of Jacob's trouble is coming and approaching. But you so-called Negro Latino natives is not taking heed to the message of the prophet. And the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone, they tell you the truth, week in and out, warning you about what this so-called white man Esau Edom trying to do to you. You know, coming down, you know, with these draconian laws, telling you that you gotta take that JJ in order to keep your job. You know, that jail, you know, but you keep your job, or they'll have access, you know, going to stores and so forth, man. So we telling you who the devil is, but you still putting your trust in him. You know, it's gonna lead you to death. You know, but that's the prophecy that 2/3, that's a prophecy 2/3 number, gotta follow that though. But we warning you so we get the blood off our hands, you know?
This is the book of Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We are being watchmen. You know, we're watching for, you know, the souls of your people and flock, you know. We are forewarning you, telling you. But like I said, if you don't take heed and you want to deal with the ways of the world, Esau his ways, you want to follow his ways, then, hey, it's going to lead to, you know, but death, man, death and pain and sorrow, which is coming, you know. They finna come down, like I said, with the military. You know, they preparing the military, you know, with these robo dolls, you know, they're just preparing for the robots, you know, to come down. So you think Jake, they had the AKs, they think the AKs or whatever, think do some damage. But really, Esau way ahead of you with their technology. They gonna blow you out the water. With the drone, like they got drones, that fly over your bum, you know. So that's the times it's coming for you so-called Negro Latino natives that don't want to come back to your power, man. You know?
Man, say something too, like say, Jake got choppers and shit. Esau wrote that. He's gonna lay you niggas down. But he gonna look like the hero at the end of the day if you coming that way. You know, so he wanna use that thing. That's why he gave you choppers. This nigga gave you choppers, man. You got trains that stop in the middle of hoods and shit. You know what I mean? Just so he can be justified in rolling on you niggas, man.
I mean, had niggas, it's like niggas playing basketball, you playing the post. That's what we over here doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what Esau main weapon is, corner weaponry, man. You know, like, you know, you go in the post, he ain't gonna shoot those three, man. He gonna throw in the paint.
Genesis 27:39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above, and thy sword, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt...
And by thy sword thou shalt live. That's talking about the so-called white man, all right? You got people, they got this puzzled look on their face. Right? We're talking about the so-called white man.
Right.
And the scriptures is giving you his MO, all right? His attributes, so to speak. How he would be built, his qualities. And it would be based around the sword. You know, that's why this man, when you consider this man, when you take a glimpse into how this man came into power, his pursuit to power, it was through war. In fact, we can pull up the information. All right, it's well documented that out of the 200 and I believe the 229 years since the so-called white man been in power, 222 of those years was occupied with war, meaning 93% of the time. Real quick, somebody give me Revelation 6.
I got that for you.
You got it? Break
Revelation
it
6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red.
Hold up. Now, what we reading is a dark sand. This is a parable. But it's pretty much outlining the times we're in now. That red horse symbolizes those who are in power. Okay, that word horse, when you go into it, and the symbolic meaning of it, it means power. And why was this horse identified as being a red horse? Because that's the so-called white man. You're not white. Matter of fact, come here, this white. The so-called white man is red, meaning your blood so forth. And in a calculated move, he tried to put that stigma on the Native American Indians. That's why he called them the Redskins, the red man. Because his historians and biblical scholars, they know that the Bible identifies and targets the white man as the offense of the planet Earth, man. The reason why you got chemtrails, the reason why you got GMOs, you got Mountain Dews accessible. That's because the wicked in power. And guess what? The Bible identifies and targets the corporate, man. But it's written in a dark sand, a mystery. And it requires one who have eyes to see to break it down. Come on, up.
It says, and there went out another horse that was red.
Go ahead.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
To take peace from the earth. World War I, World War II. That was war on a global scale, man. Who instigated that? It was the so-called white man. And being the accuser, he blamed Jake for that. Through his narrative, through his media, he'll push forth what's going on in Chicago, or black-on-black crime. Well, World War I and World War II was white-on-white crime on a global scale. Well,
it says, and that they should kill one another.
And that's what they did. They killed one another in World War I and World War II. The Civil War, which is recorded as the most bloodiest war on America's soil. Go ahead.
It says, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Yeah, and the so-called white man was given a great sword, meaning that's his technology. And he boasts in that technology. And when was he given that great sword? Let's go to the humble beginnings. Let's read it again. Right out.
Genesis 27 and verse 40, and by thy sword shall thy live.
Right, so Esau, which that's the biblical name for the so-called white man, he came into power through his sword, man. Okay? And you can't refute this. When you go into, what's this German scientist, Abraham Esau? You got scientists, weird scientists in the lab splashing atoms and coming up with bombs. Go ahead.
It says, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion.
Yeah, and that's another mystery. The Bible represents rulership, man, and dominion and power. That's the struggle. Go ahead.
That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right. All right, so come on.
God, this is the book of Psalm 73. And I started verse 5. It said, they are not in trouble as other men.
Who are not in trouble as other men? You Edomites. You get pulled over by the cops, you don't feel that adrenaline rush. Hey, Jake can have their license, insurance. They get pulled, you see them red and blue lights, man? But that don't apply to the so-called white man. Why? Because this is his kingdom. Read it again.
It says, they are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they slaves like other men.
Go ahead.
Therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain.
Yeah, and the so-called white man is very proud. And that word pride is associated and aligned to your rhetoric. That's why you have Gay Pride Month. That's boasting yourself against the God of the Bible, man. It's well documented that the Lord visited Sodom and Gomorrah for that offense. You also have, I'm proud to be an American. What's the military?
The few, the proud,
the Marines.
The few, the proud, the Marines. So the scriptures have identified and targeted the offender. Yeah, the Edomite. Esau. Go ahead.
It said violence.
Hey, you catch an Edomite walking by, you say Esau. You turn around, man. Go ahead.
It said violence covered them as a garment.
Right, so violence cover you as a garment. Meaning that's when you look at this man, you take a look into his history, you look back in retrospect, it's covered in violence. What has this man ever done that was beneficial, that brought life? Oh, the brother was speaking to me off camera about, you know, the blood, the river that was red. Come to find out, it came from them cutting off all the dolphins' slitting the dolphin. Yeah. Slicing the dolphin. Matter of fact, bro, you can elaborate on it a little more.
Yeah, 1,400 dolphins. The reason why the Red Sea turned red is because somebody had slit the back of the necks of the dolphins right by
Yeah,
the
that was
blowhole.
an Edomite, a rogue devil, man. See that? So that's why the scriptures say he's covered, his whole MO is covered with violence. If you take a closer look into this man, everything he's done is riddled with violence. Come on,
Con, this is the book of Psalms 140 and verse 1. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man.
So the Lord Yahweh, you want to know, we want to be preserved from this wicked devil, man. This evil man with his wicked agenda, man. Which is trying to, push his new world order, which is the MOTP, man. In Revelation 13 and 16. That's what they're trying to do. This man is crazy, man. He needs to be put out of power soon, man. Like I said, he just cut off 1,400 dolphins. This man is wicked, man. All wickedness, man. That's the devil. The elites of Esau, the Rockefellers, David Rockefeller, Bilderberg, Rothschild,
Oppenheimer. Yeah, we calling you devils out, man. Get the picture. He wanted, man. Get the wanted poster. Oh, hey, I don't know if you heard about it. They descended on the castle of the Rothschilds. Did y'all see that? They protested. Yeah, Lord, we're in a heavy time, man. You had the people that actually descend on their castle, man, and protest against them. Why? Because he's now being identified and targeted. He can no longer hide himself. He's the criminal, man.
And you got his own people coming out against him.
Yeah.
They the ones that blowing the whistleblower.
Yeah, the whistleblower.
Like what the scripture said, thy tongue shall fall upon thee.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the sign of a criminal. There's no honor amongst thieves.
No, that's it. That's it.
Niggas snitching on each other.
They snitching on each other.
They're all telling on each other, man.
That's their house divided.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's actually
Hey, and we the proverbial guy in the interrogation room said, you know you done fucked up, don't you? We hitting the table. You know you done fucked up, don't you? That light swinging in that.
That light.
You damn roaches and rats, man. Okay, you trying to crawl off into the crevices, but we found you. But we ain't gonna let up. That's the spirit of the Lord on your ass. Woo! Oh yeah, get that. Yeah, get that.
Jack the hand the hill. Esau.
Yeah.
So we on your heels, Esau, man. With this truth first and foremost, before the physical aspect of throwing down your kingdom. When the Lord Yahweh shall return,
Yeah.
It's Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
So Esau, Edomites, they secret, they plans, everything that they had in mind to try to take over, try to push their wickedness has been exposed.
Yeah.
And how has that been exposed? By the Apostle, Elder Brother Great Men started pushing this truth through the internet. By way of the internet. The Lord Yahweh had made the internet to push his truth, but to expose you devil.
Right.
Who's the wicked in these times?
Yeah. That's that light.
I got something for you. It says Ephesians 5 and 12. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 13. Ephesians 5 and 13. Select. Ephesians 5 and 11, it says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
So we should compromise and settle with these niggas. They say have no fellowship with us. And we saying that, and the line is now being drawn in the sand, and who going to be with this system and who ain't, man.
Yeah.
It says, but rather reprove them.
And you seeing that process now. You seeing this now. We reproving this man.
Ephesians 5 and verse 12, for it is a shame even to speak of the things which are done of them in secret.
Like with the Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, the Bohemian Grove.
Oh, yeah.
You type that in, the Bohemian Grove. You're gonna find a bunch of old white. Get them pictures out, man. You're gonna find out who the Bible has identified and targeted as the devil. See, your pastor had you thinking that the devil was a guy in a red spandex suit with a neatly shaved goatee, man.
Triton in his hand.
Yeah, Triton and some horns on his head. We found out who the devil is. It's the bankers, man, the international bankers, those who set the policies, who govern over the planet Earth. See? Read that again. Read that part again.
Ephesians 5 and verse 12, for it is a shame even to speak of the things which are done of them in secret.
Right, they have these blood sacrifices, orgies. You type it up, man. The Bohemian Groves, you got an old Edomite on a breathing machine. Yeah, he playing hide and go get. And he's chasing. That's the wickedness that this man commits, man. We talking about the so-called white man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Ephesians 5 and 13.
Matter of fact, go ahead, get what you got. Go ahead.
Wisdom Solomon 1 and 8. Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things, it's like this is the book of Wisdom Solomon 1 and 7.
Yeah.
For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things hath knowledge of the voice.
Right, the Spirit of the Lord is now filling the world. And how is that feat being accomplished through the internet? That's a work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Which, by the way, that's the true name of the Lord, man.
Right.
Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's the true name of the God of the Bible. And guess what? He's coming to overthrow America, Babylon the Great. This wicked place, the wickedest kingdom ever erected. I'm gonna tell you something. The God of the Bible is alive and well, man.
Right.
He's not just a figment of your imagination. Your pastor bring out on Sundays before you go eat a pork chop plate, man. The Lord is alive and well. He's about to spring into action, man. Concerning the wickedness that's been perpetuated here on the planet Earth.
It's still Lord of peace.
Come on, huh?
Brother, it's still Lord of peace.
It says, therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things.
Yeah, who's speaking unrighteous things? The so-called white man. What does the scripture mean when it says speaking unrighteous things? That's through his legislations and laws, down to his media, his rhetoric, down to his trends. The reason why homosexuals are being celebrated is because the so-called white man. You got gay pride month. You think the God of the Bible ain't gonna rise up against you, man?
Right.
And the scripture tell you in Exodus 15 chapter, the Lord a man of war, man. And in no wise would a so-called white man escape with the spoils. Go ahead, huh?
It says, therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid.
Yeah, so he can't be no longer here. What them pictures at? Look at the warning post. He can no longer be hid. We found out who the devil is. We found out, which by the way, that word devil translates to deceiver, man. See, the reason why you call yourself an African American, look at this sign right here. This is who you are, man. You the Israelites.
Right.
Okay? Who came over here in captivity under your oppressors. You the biblical Israelites, man. But in an act of deception, he told you was colored. Then it went from colored to Negroes. Then from Negroes to African Americans. Now you just blacks. Come on, man. Hey, come on, bring it up.
Psalms chapter 12 and verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the violent men are exalted.
Right, when the violent man is exalted, man, once the so-called white man is in power, wickedness is on the planet Earth. See? That's why you have GMO food. Hey, what devil would make pork a delicacy, man? You have to be a straight-up demon to make pork a delicacy. Now, yeah. Yeah. Why you gotta tell him it's 100% juice? Why you gotta tell me it's non-GMO?
That's it.
That's equivalent to you telling me I ain't gonna steal your wallet. Why you gotta tell me that? Go ahead, come on. That was it. Yeah, come on.
It says, I'm going back to Wisdom Solomon 1 in verse 8 again. It says, therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid.
Hey, and that's heavy, man. What broke down the so-called white man's power is now he's revealed. Okay, as long as he was able to hide, that's why you have the Illuminati. The Illuminati is in the scriptures. A secret society. Hey, if you was righteous, why wouldn't you tell me that you ruled? You throw a president out there as the face, the figurehead, and you hide in the shadows. But now we're in a time where this man has been revealed. And that's usually the first step on the road to justice.
That's it.
When you consider a criminal, before you can arraign him, before you can bring him up on charges and take him to court, you got to identify and target him, man. Yep, come on, give it, and then we'll come back.
This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 2. as a judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Right, so you see what the scriptures is spotlighting the rulers. See, that's who the blame lies at the feet of the rulers. They're the ones who dictate the coming and going of men to a certain extent. McDonald's set up because of certain rulers. Yeah, man. That's sickening, man. Go ahead, huh? And you had them over strapped over your nose. You know what that's saying? I'm in compliance. Go ahead, huh?
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
That's why everybody is really pretty much violent homos. Straight up. Read that again.
And what manner of
Everybody in
man,
America is violent homos. A homo with the strap. That's a recipe for disaster, man. Read that again.
and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
So the ruler of the city, those who are in power, who governs, that vibration spills over to the people, man. Oh, that's an example. That's off, man. You can run around half naked jogging, man.
Exercise.
Why? Because the rulers of the city. And again, that's why you have that heavy spirit of homosexuality on the planet Earth, man. Violent homos. I thought that was it? Yeah, because that's Esau.
It's Isaiah 29 verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing...
Okay, that's say too. Esau, he don't acknowledge a power higher than himself. He's the work, but he's saying he was not made. This nigga say that it was a Big Bang theory, man. And ironically, when the dust settled, he ended up on top. So he's saying, you know what, I'm on top because of science. Damn devil, man. Yeah, natural selection, yeah. Manifest destination. Manifest destiny, should I say. Come on, read that real quick.
It's Isaiah chapter 45, verse 9. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker.
Oh, who that's talking about? They're talking about the so-called white man. He strived with his maker. Again, that's why you got the Big Bang theory. He would never acknowledge that there's a power higher than him, man. And it tells you that in 2 Thessalonians. That's why he set up his own legislation. When has this man ever governed you over by the Bible? And see, if he governed you according to the Bible, he would tell you not to eat pork. But he threw Christianity at you as a smokescreen. Christianity is a hell of a drug. Now all of a sudden you justify eating pork, not knowing that you are stirring up the fury of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Woe unto him that striveth with his maker.
Yeah, destruction to the so-called white man. You strive with your maker. You thumbing your nose up at the God of the Bible. This is not a hard saying, man. This man got the LGBTQ, man. That's not in harmony with the scriptures. Go ahead.
Let the potsherds strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it, what makest thou?
Right, yeah. Whoever says such a thing, what a clay speaks up against the potter. Well, that's what the so-called white man do, man. Through his legislations and laws. Go ahead. What was it on it?
For thy work he hath no hands.
Whoa, yeah, so the work is saying of the Lord, you have no hands. Meaning he didn't fashion everything. Because Esau have you think that you successful because you believe hard enough. You went to the right institution. You went to the right university. And that's what happened.
Case in point, the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, good. Yeah, case in point, the Big Bang Theory, man. Like something that just popped up out of nowhere. I sheer chance, you know. But it's so much, you know. Now today's time, there's so much on the earth that it's impossible to refute that there's a higher power.
Yeah.
I believe there was a report on that. Like they were doing some sort of research, and like they couldn't. And they were thinking to themselves, there's no other way that this could happen other than the fact that there's a higher power. But still, that same scientist, I forgot who it was, but the same scientist still refute the fact that there's a higher power, man.
Yeah.
That show you how you know how prideful this man is, man. You know?
Because this devil, he want to be the Most High.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he nothing but a tool of the Most High. How the creature is going to tell the Creator what to do? I got a real quick precept. Isaiah 10:15, shall the axe boast itself against him that heareth therewith?
That's right, man. Esau is just an axe, man. He's just a weapon. Wow. You know? He's a weapon. In case in point, it says, it shall the axe boast itself against him they hear with. Now, an axe is, what is an axe used for? It's used to cut. All right? That's why if you go to the right, it says, when the so-called white man go down, it says that there's no fella that come up against him.
Yeah.
All right?
Isaiah 14 chapter.
That's it.
Yep.
And a fella is who? Somebody that cut wood.
Which is a modern day lumberjack.
Yep, that's it.
And that's symbolic to oppressing a man's heritage.
Yep.
Because a tree is your bloodline. That's why you have the family tree. So Esau pretty much cut off everybody from their roots.
Like the Osborne too, right? It says try to axe both himself against the one that you with, man. So in other words, that axe, a weapon is both himself against the one that's using it, man. You know, this man forgot that everything he's got right now, from his technology, his knowledge, how to split an atom, everything came from the Most High, man. All right. Another scripture, right? Isaiah 54 chapter, right? It tells you that the Lord has created a spirit that blows the coals in the fire.
Yeah.
All right. So the Lord made it to where you created this, man. He's basically got you in the trick bag. All right. He's allowed you to create the weapon for your own destruction. You know, and he's still got the audacity to be proud, man. He's walking right into a snare, and the Lord, and even it says in the scripture that the Lord created a snare for him, man. All right, the same man that created the snare for our people, a snare is being prepared for him, man. Which is what? The missiles.
That's it.
It says, or shall the soul magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
There it is again, man. All right, shall the soul go against the one that's shaking? All right, and again, the Lord's the one who put it in this man's mind to do certain things, man. All right, to bring about the weapon of his own destruction, man. For the destruction of Babylon the Great. There it is right there, man.
Yeah, brother.
All right?
It says, as if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up.
That's right, man. As a tool should lift up a voice against the one that's using it, man. All right? And here it is again, man. The Lord's going to cause it to where this man is going to get to the point where he's just going to destroy himself, man. All right? Why? Because again, the Lord's the one who's controlling this man's goings, man.
That's it.
All right. It tells you in the scripture that a man's goings are the Lord, man.
Right.
All right. So here it is, man. Hey, that's why the Lord's got it to where this man, inadvertently, all right, is going to cause self-destruction, man. All right. This man's life is death itself, man. All right. Even the scriptures tell you that this man is as death. All right. Oh, you got it.
Now, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 12:12. It says, well, who shall say, what hast thou done?
Right. It says, what hast thou done, man? And that's what this man's saying. All right. What hast thou done? Here it is. You got the ecosystem itself, man. The animals. They got their own instinct. You know, they know what to do in certain situations, man. All right. And here it is, man. This man is still to this very day. He's saying, what makest thou, man? What have you made? You know. And he's talking to the creators of the heavens and the earth, man. All right. The same one that created you, that created a muscle in the chest that beats at his own tune, man. You can't come up with anything like that to explain that, man. You know, a muscle that operates on its own. All right.
You don't think about breathing, but once you think about it, you start choking and shit.
The same one that controls your breath, man. All right.
This is Psalms chapter 7 and verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head.
Right, that's it. So his mischief shall return upon his own head, man. All right? And what's that mischief, man? The sword, man. All right? The sword, the thing when he trusted in his blessing is going to be his own downfall, man. All right?
And his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate.
That's right. And his violent dealings is going to come upon his own pate, man. All right? And that word pate means what? The crown. All right? The top. Okay? And who is at the top? There it is right there. That's the cobra. All right? That's who sits at the very top, man, the bankers. Okay? So those violent dealings, all right, that's been pushed out throughout the earth is going to fall upon the heads of the nation of Edom, man. All right? Which again, if you don't know, all right, the nation of Edom was the so-called white man. All right? You got
Yeah, what's Psalm 12:12? For who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish, whom thou hast made?
Right, man. Again, there's that pride again, man. All right? And here it is, man. The Lord has set certain nations, all right, and their own, certain dwelling, right? And here it is, this man, all right, in his pride, goes about taking those certain lands, all right, and calling it his, man. All right? Even got to the point where he's even called himself a different nation, man. All right? Case in point, the people in the side, man. All right? He called himself the son of the Most High, man. So-called Jews, man. All right? He went about all throughout the earth with every single identity under the sun, man. Okay? And how we know that? Because why? Because he called himself what? The Egyptians. All right? Certain other nations. All right? Saying that he's those people, man. All right? But now he's being revealed, man. And how is he being revealed? By truth.
Right.
All right?
Light.
That's right. The light now is being shined on this man, all right? And now he's being revealed for who he really is, man. All right?
Yeah, it says, or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous man?
Right, man. All right? And this man, all right, he's unrighteous on 2 days, man. All right? He's death walking, man. All right?
Just going back to that light, Ephesians 5:13, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doeth make manifest is light.
Right, man. Whoever does make manifest is light, man. So how about Charles one, by way of this man, shine the light on this man, man. All right? That same light is showing you, all right, the works of the wicked, man. All right? Now the wicked's been identified, man. All right? And targeted, all right? And now the Lord is making a railing accusation against this man. All right? And the accusation is what? Crimes against life itself, man. All right?
I got the word manifest in the Strong's G5319. It says to make manifest or visible.
That's right, to make manifest or visible. So this man's been in hiding for so long, and now that the light is making it visible, man. All right? Now it's showing you who the devil the Bible speaks of, man. All right?
It says, all that see them shall flee away. Nobody taking the thing now, man. Nobody's not. Now it's becoming mandatory. Because they know you the devil, man.
It says to make manifest or visible or known.
Right, to make known. All right? See now it's made known who the enemy is, man. All right? Now it's made known who the serpent is, man. Okay? The same man who has been going and hiding for years and years on end, now it's being made manifest, like I was reading, man. All right? Now it's being made manifest by that same light.
It says what has been hidden.
Right, what has been hidden.
Or unknown.
Right, or unknown. Okay? So this man's been hidden and unknown, man.
And that's how this man was holding his power. All right? Because he wasn't known. That's why King David said, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. The wicked was hiding, all right? And just that word, hide. All right? And that was his power. Yeah. He was able to he was able to deceive the nations, and you didn't know who was deceiving you, man. He put puppets, these little small people that was on a fucking screen, and you thought these were the ones that was deceiving you. But he was being the what? Shadow government. All right? Being the ones that was hiding in the shadows and that was behind everything. A shadow what? Hides behind, be behind you. All right? When that light shines, the shadow be like a silhouette of you. That's Esau, which is really the wicked elites, man.
Wisdom of Solomon 1 verse 9. For inquisition shall be made into the counsel of the ungodly.
Right, man. So now inquisition is being made, man. All right? And that word inquisition means to heavily scrutinize, man. All right? So now this man's being scrutinized, being accused for his crimes, man. All right? And the evidence is all around you, man. All right? Actually, the evidence is right here, standing before you right now, man. All right? That this man, he still has us in his hands, man. Even the mere fact that we're here in America in itself is showing you that he's at the scene of the crime, man. All right?
It says, in the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
Right. Now that sound is being made known to the Lord about his wicked deeds. All right? And like the was reading earlier, the definition, right? Is that it just shows you that this man is who he is that the Bible speaks of, because the greatest attribute of Esau is what? Deception. All right? And now that deception is being uncovered, man. All right? That like it says in Isaiah, that covering cast now is being lifted up, man. All right? And now it's showing you who this man really is, man. All right?
There's more on this word manifest. It says to manifest, whether by words or deeds or in any other manner.
That's right, by words or deeds or any other manner, man. All right? So there it is, man. And not only is the distribution of this word, but also the works of his hand. All right? Everything that you see right now is showing you and is leading up to the revelation of who this man is and what's about to come, man.
Come on, right? It says to make known by teaching.
Right. To make known by teaching. Here it is, man. This is it. All right? We're making it known by what? By teaching. We're teaching you who the wicked is, man. All right? We teach you who the wicked is. We identify them. All right? And we also teach you about the end to come, man. What's about to happen. Okay? And how to be preserved from those said perils about to come on this land, man. All right? That's about to hit this man's kingdom, man. All right? This man's rulership is about to be cut short, man. By those same perils I'm speaking of, man. Okay?
This is St. John chapter 3 and verse 19. And this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world.
Right, so this is the condemnation, man. All right? And that condemnation is that this light is now being pushed out to like the planet Earth, man. Okay? You got up.
It says, this is St. John 3 and 19, and this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world. And men love darkness rather than light.
That's right, man. And men love darkness rather than light, man. All right? So we're telling you, again, we're telling you what's to come, all right? But, you know, our people go about their day-to-day life, man, like nothing's about to happen, man. All right? And not knowing that, look, I mean, life itself teaches you that there's a reward for what you do, man. All right? There's always, like in the world, what they call it, a cause and effect. All right? So you have something that happen, right, or you do something, okay, there's an effect that comes after that, man. Okay? So what this man has done throughout the course of history, guess what? It's going to be an effect towards that, man. And what's that effect? That effect is his destruction, man. Okay? You got it.
It says, because their deeds were evil.
Right, because their deeds were evil, all right? Evil according to what? According to the Bible, man. Right. According to the scripture. This is the standard, man. All right? This is the standard that's been put away for so long because this man believes that his ways are better. You know? He believes that GMOs are okay. You know? That the food that he gives is okay. That the water that he gives is okay. All right? The ways of life itself, he said that that's okay. But according to what the Most High said, all right, the creators of the heavens and the earth, he said, look, you do this, you're going to die, man. All right?
It's St. John 3 and 19. And this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world. And men love darkness rather than light.
That's right, man, because it's sweet to these people, man. All right? For a short amount of time, you know, they'll indulge in that. But afterwards, guess what? That leads unto death, man. That leads to your own destruction. Okay? And that's why this man has a short-term rule. Okay? Because by those same works, all right, that's going to be met with destruction, man. All right? The end of your rulership. Okay? And the end of your run, man. All right?
Got the word condemnation pretty real quick. It's the word condemnation in the strong C. It says a sentence of condemnation, a damnatory judgment.
Right, a damnatory judgment, man. All right? A judgment that's basically a judgment that's not going to end so well for you, man. A judgment that's going to lead to your death, man. All right? Your destruction, man. Okay? That's condemnation, man. Okay? The judgment that's set for Esau Edom, man. Okay?
A little bit more, it says concerning justice and injustice. Right or wrong.
Concerning justice and injustice, right and wrong, man. Okay? So that's why through spirit and power, this man Esau is going to be greatly judged, man. All right? Now, mind you, how long this man's been in rulership, and not only that, even before he came to America, man. All right? All those different transgressions that he's committed is being packed on top of each other, man. Okay? And now he's being scrutinized. He's going through the Inquisition. for all the sins he even committed even in his youth. And the scriptures tell you that. All right? How he committed iniquities even from his youth. All right? Which will go down to him in the grave, man. All right? So the Lord is still counting all those transgressions and iniquities. All right? And it's going to go down with him, man. Okay? Yeah.
St. John 3:20, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
Right, so everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. Everyone that doeth evil, they're running away from the light, man. All right? And that's why Esau, when he sees this, he turn around and go the other way, man. All right? Because this is the light, man. All right? And what does a fugitive or a criminal do whenever the light is out looking for him? He hides, man.
Yeah.
All right?
He rather deal in the shrouds of darkness. Criminals roll at night, for the most part. And also, he hates the light through his YouTube guidelines. He have restrictions. This man pretty much put a gag order on the truth if you're paying attention, man. And he's demonizing anyone that stands for truth on any level. You can be a whistleblower, just someone bringing out some type of information, something informative concerning exposing you damn devils. And he jumped out of nowhere and put it to a stop. So he hates the light like a nocturnal rat that he is. He's about to turn on the light, he's scurry. Yeah, come.
Yep. That's right, man. That's the reason why, because with this light now being shined on, all right, now he's no longer able to go into it, man. The Lord got him pointed out, man. All right, whenever you, like you was going to, right, whenever you put the light on, there's only so many areas that darkness can run off to, man. All right, or anything, man. Okay. So now that the light that's being shown throughout the earth right now, all right, it's causes man to go into his high places, man. But still though, that light is still showing you who he really is, man. It's showing you his works that he's been committing, man.
I feel like, can I make a quick point? So like, when you consider like how the day, how the dynamic of night and day in that transition, one thing, if it's night, day is coming. The one thing about day coming, man, and that's why Esau's rulership was known as a small time. It's pretty much inevitable that it will come to an end. Just like you at the club, you at a club, you out at night, you at a bar, you know the day coming, man. You're not gonna be there all night. So that's the same with the so-called white man and rulership. The sun, the morning, which is your house shot, it's coming, it's on the horizon. Okay.
Got some real quick. It's on Job 5 and verse 14. They meet with darkness in the daytime and group in the noonday as in the night.
That's right, man. That's the scripture. They group in noonday as in the night, man. Okay? And the reason why, because this is adverse to the so-called white man. This truth that's being pushed out, all right, this is his greatest kryptonite, man. All right? Why? Because the truth reveals all, man. Well, and when you deal in truth, right, it's either right or wrong, man. So in truth, all right, now is bringing out what this man is really about, man. Okay, there's no gray areas with the truth, man. It is what it is, and here it is. This man now is being called out. He's out in the forefront, all right, and now he's showing you who he is. And there was a time to where nobody knew who he was, man. It was a time where nobody knew anything about the bankers or a shadow government or the Illuminati or what have you, of the Bohemian Grove. It was a time back in the day nobody knew about who they really were, man. All right, but now the Lord has chosen this time to show you who they are, man. All right, the Lord now has caused that light to shine, man. All right.
Back in St. John 3:20, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither comes to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
Right, man. So neither do they come to the light unless their deeds will be shown, man, or made manifest. Okay? So that's why, again, this man, he tried to do whatever he can, all right, to get rid of this truth, all right, to take it out the airways and to take the men off the street corner, the highways and byways. Because why? Because this truth is adverse to his agenda, man. It's adverse to who he really is, man. All right. This is poison to the so-called white man, man. All right.
Yeah. So Proverbs 26:24, he that hateth is similar with his lips and layeth up the secret within him. Proverbs 26:25, when he speak fair, believe him not.
Right, when he speak fair, believe him not, man. All right. And how do we know that? Because during the times where, you know, he'll tell you, like, you take this, case in point, the jab, man, all right? That thing, man, all right? He tell you to take it, and he'll tell you that it's for your benefit, you know? He'll tell you that, you know, you'll be all right, you know, you'll get this and that, even give the incentives to take it, man. Even, you know, paying you off for taking it, man, you know? And tell you that these things are good for your health, but really these things are leading towards your death, man. All right, read that from the top again, huh?
Proverbs 26:25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are seven abominations in his heart.
That's right, man. It said there are 7, which mind you that number 7 is completion, man. Okay? So he has a complete number or a multitude, all right, of wicked deeds within his heart, man. All right? Read it again from the top again, huh?
Proverbs 26:25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart.
Right, man. Abomination, something that's detestable to Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. All right? And that's why, you know, we're bringing out certain facts about this kingdom, all right? Showing you that this man is an abomination, man. All right? We'll tell you about, hey, like I was going to, right, about homosexuality, all right? That's an abomination in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Shah, but here it is. This man promotes it, man. All right? He promotes it and make it seem like this is the height of your life, man. You know, basically living out your own your wicked imaginations, man. Okay.
Can I say real quick? Yeah, he desensitized you to wickedness. He blew the lines of wickedness. You really don't know what's wicked or not. When you come in, unless the Lord and the glorious light and Yahweh shall shine upon you, you don't really know what to gauge what's wicked or not, man. Because this man has made wickedness, and I think the scriptures say 7 abominations. That number 7, which scriptures deal with numerology, that number 7 goes into completion. This man is a complete demon, man. A complete devil. Okay? There's no way you can look and say, oh, you know what, the so-called, that's okay. No, man. Everything this man does, it contributes to wickedness. Yeah, come on.
This here, real quick. It's like Psalm 14:9. For the ungodly.
Yeah.
And his ungodliness.
Read that one more time.
For the
This
ungodly.
for all of you, this for you Christians. With that saying, the Lord, what is saying? The Lord loveth, no, he hates the sin, but he loves the sinner. That complete, that's madness right there, man. Yeah, where that at in the scripture? That's a serious story. Where that at in the scripture? Bar 4:1, man. Yeah, where that at in the scripture? Where the Lord said, love the sinner, but hate the sin. That's not in the scriptures. Read this again.
It says, for the ungodly and his ungodliness.
So hold up, you have ungodliness on the planet Earth, and the ungodliness, or the source of that ungodliness is what? Is who? The ungodly, man. The wickedness that's perpetuated on the planet Earth is pushed forth by who? The wicked. The abominations, the abominable acts that you see on the planet Earth is by way of the abominable. Which, hey, and that gives credence to us coming up against the so-called white man. You mad at us because we identified and targeted the lump on your breast. We telling you that's the lump. Yeah, the reason why you out of breath, the reason why you weak, you dying, you gagging, you got this nasty cough. We telling you it's because of that lump on your breast. What you mad at me for, man? We just gave you a diagnosis. We assessed the situation, and it's unrefutable, man. Who's behind it? Go ahead,
God, with Psalm 14:9, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both.
Hey, and that soul is old. Like it's an old, putrid, nasty sore. Hey, you know, you look back at, let's say, like Christopher Columbus, that's that same sore. Andrew Jackson. But now you have Biden. It's the same sore, man. Oh, the scriptures say that. The Lord cut off the long disease. And he today that is a king, tomorrow shall die. That's the fate. We're discussing the fate of the so-called white man up here, man. If you wondering what's going on. All right, come on.
But except for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High.
So the Lord hate the so-called white man. And he hate his works. And you can read more about that in the book of Malachi, the 1st chapter. All right, come on. Oh, yeah, come on, then we go back.
Sirach chapter 12 and 6. For the Most High hateth sinners.
See, the Most High hateth. Oh, that's another mystery that's been unraveled. Because everybody with a Bible, all of a sudden, you put the Lord in the category of loving everybody, man.
It ain't true.
That's not true, like the brother said. That's not true.
He hate more than he loves, goddamn.
And especially in his lifetime, because what's the love here?
That's right.
The only thing the Lord loves is the elect, man.
That's right.
And that's in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. So the Lord hates. Matter of fact, let the scripture speak.
Done. Sirach chapter 12 and 6. For the Most High hateth sinners.
The Lord hates sinners, man. Your pastor didn't tell you that. He pacified you. He had you think the Lord was cool with you going off. Not knowing the Lord is poised to bring forth heavy judgment. And I'm going to say this. There's death angels that has been dispatched throughout the planet Earth, man. As we speak. And the only ones that's going to escape, you know, that fury of the Lord, which those death angels are going to bring about, would be the elect, which, by the way, is a very small number.
And the election.
Yeah, an election. Yeah, come on.
It's Psalm 55, verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight.
Yeah, the foolish not stand. Hey, that's a thumbnail right there, man. That's a live walking thumbnail. But it represents America, Babylon the Great. Oh, which, by the way, when you go into Babylon, that word Babylon, it translates to confusion. See, you get the hell out of here, man. Now, all of them devils running for their life. Seeing that? Fugitives on the run.
Babylon.
And you should have saw what we just saw. Yeah, this little nigga. Oh, you got it? Oh, get that. The brother got a picture of it. That's the spirit. This evidence. Court is in session. Court is in session. That's what you saw, man. And that picture don't give it justice. The nigga looked like, first of all, he was, he could pass for non-gender. Yeah, non-binary. You couldn't really tell if he was an 18-year-old little boy or your auntie, man. Now, this nigga out on a glittering, this nigga out on a blouse or something. That look crazy. Yeah, you should have saw his shoes. Did you get all that? Your fault. Imagine what he's doing at the crib, man. That nigga house smell a bum. Yeah, you see? Yeah, back then, the nigga is a damn congressman. Oh, did y'all see the video where the Edomite got caught? He was in a meeting. He was in a video meeting with the judge, and he forgot to change his. Yeah, he was in a Zoom meeting, and he forgot to change his email. And the email he came was buttfucker number 3, man. And the Lord revealing you devils, man. You're a bunch of sick, twisted, perverse devils, man. Then you look at us like we crazy. You walk in a restaurant, Edomites looking at you like you shouldn't be there. Some wild devils, man. Yeah, he might have somebody chained up at the house.
Back in Psalm chapter 5, verse 5. The
Oh,
foolish,
it's like it. Let's get this real quick.
Real quick, this is the book of Sirach 27 and verse 24. I have hated many things.
Shit. Oh, hold up. Now, there go the thing. Hey. How dare a Christian to come your ass up here, man? Hey, because you operate under the functions of love. And that's why you in the situation you in. See, when you got that spirit of love on, you don't question nothing. You ready for a number 2. You gonna get a number 2 from McDonald's like that, man. Because you love everybody. But see, once you develop that instinct, that quality, that's a lesson, quality of hate. Once you develop the quality of hate, now you're more circumspect. You know, you like, oh, I don't want that. Give me some shit in a wrapper. I open it up and surprise, Go ahead, huh?
God, it says, I have hated many things, but nothing like him.
Yeah, we hate him many things, but nothing like Esau, the so-called white man. And guess what? You really hate him deep down. You don't know it. You got to get up at 5 in the morning to go to work. And as you slide, that's you expressing your hate for the so-called white man. Yeah. Go ahead, huh?
It says, but nothing like him, for the Lord will hate him.
So the Lord himself hates this devil, man. And that's how these devils, they always kept you at bay. They'll tell you to love everybody. Hold up, well, I got it. Here it is. You got off on the planet Earth. You came into power by getting off through war. But now I got to love everybody. That don't make sense. I'll never win like that. You know, you just beat my ass and then I got to love you. Yeah, nigga tell you homeless is thugs. Yeah, come on. That was it? Oh, that was it? All right, come on, we go this way, come around. Oh no, we holding that was the primary. Let's get this first. We'll primary around.
This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 7.
I already know, yeah.
Pride is hateful before the Most High
The
is
word hate,
mad.
that's the common thing. Hate, man. Again, that's the instinct that was needed. And you know what? That really should get you pissed, man. Because you look at our people, all the evidence of this devil handling you rough, man. We had to convince you of all the nations to hate this motherfucker, man. The nigga look at you sideways and we telling you to hate your enemy, man. What else you supposed to do to him? You supposed to hate him, man. The other nations hate him. But with our people, the only ones you got to convince to hate this devil. And it's well documented, the lynchings, the hangings, the burnings, the castration. Don't make it, we could go into, man, we'll be out here to next camp. We go into the information, man. You know, that sensitive information dealing with the offenses of Esau. Claude Neal, I think you got the picture of Claude Neal right here, right? Show them that picture, man. That's a production of Esau. That just didn't happen. Just woke up one day and the motherfucker was hanging on a tree. There was somebody who was on the other end of the rope, man. Get that other side too, and get that picture right there particularly. We see these devils with their suits on. See, that's not back in ancient Rome. What testifies against them is the suits. Motherfuckers, and them pictures of some of your sheriffs and city councilmen in that picture, man. Lawmakers and shit like that. That wasn't that long ago. Oh, and it still happened. Oh, you know, there's a story where Jake got convicted for fighting off a motherfucker that was trying to hang him. Did y'all hear about that? Hey, it's certain parts down in Alabama, what they call it sundown town. Arab, Alabama, that's one. Certain parts of Harvard, you got the wrong spot. Man, that's happening to this day, man. See, our people docile. See, that hatred in the so-called white man cannot be rehabilitated, man. And plus, on top of that, the Lord is rekindling that fire, man. Now, it's a story that happened. This was actually, I believe, on the East Coast. No, it was in West Virginia. You had a Jake woman. She was like she hang out at the gas stations and shit, like, you know, straggling. You know, she probably was a prostitute or whatnot. Some Edomites pulled up on her, some Edomite chicks, and after this, she want to go to a party. And and she agreed. She ain't know her enemy. She agreed and went with them, and they took her to some Edomites. They kidnapped her and beat the shit out of her. They was intending to kill her. They made her eat dog feces. They put her in a dog house. They had a trap for her a couple of days. But she escaped with her life. She didn't die. You can look it up, man.
What his name? 12 years a slave.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
With Solomon.
Solomon Norfolk.
Yeah, that's it.
See, that's what a hunter do. He lure you in. According to your lust, he trap you and cage you and he torture you, man. He get off on that. Yep, go ahead.
It's like this is the book of Psalms, chapter 26, verse 5. I have hated the congregation of evildoers.
Right, the Lord, hey, there you go again. Hey, And if you're in the spirit of hate, you're in the right spirit. And because that's how Esau was able to keep you at bay. He told you to love your enemies. Love the very ones who capitalize off your fall, man. Damn devil, man. Yeah, nigga old and open table.
Definition of Stockholm Syndrome.
Now you finna strike a nerve.
Stockholm Syndrome is a condition in which...
And that's why in the spirit, we're gonna be jumping over Edomites to get to a lot of you damn niggas, man. Especially you niggas that know the truth. Man, the Lord gonna fuck you up, man.
It says Stockholm Syndrome is a condition in which hostages develop a...
We hostages. We was brought over here against our will. In those slave ships. We are hostages, man.
It says, in a condition in which hostages develop a physical bond with their captors during captivity.
And that our people are suffering from that condition. Stockholm Syndrome. You have developed a certain sympathy for your oppressors, man. Okay? You can't see nothing outside of America. That means you're a hard slave. Or you know when you look at our dogs, like you put a chain on a dog for so long, he kind of have an invincible boundary. He's not willing to pass, a certain point. Well, that applies to the people on this side, man. Again, you suffer from Stockholm Syndrome. First and foremost, you haven't acknowledged your sickness. You can't convince a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American that they're in captivity, man. They think just because they work. That's the mentality. I got a good job. You see how sick that sounds?
Right. You ain't got a job, I'll take care of you.
See, we in the spirit, in the spirit, we are looking to occupy the lot that was meant. And that's the rule. Hey, the scripture, it's heavy. The scripture said we're going to lay on our bed. We're going to lay upon our beds and judge. And the size of my bed in the kingdom going to probably be the size of Alabama, man. Straight up. I'm going to be tossing and turning, getting good sleep. And I'm just unwinding, man. That's the mentality we got. Come on.
It's on Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeboy slave? Why is he spoiled?
Why is he spoiled, man? Now the Lord answered that question. That's did you a slave? It's true. You are slaves. You're a homeborn slave, man. And see, we can't reason with slaves. That's too far of an extreme. It's too much of a gap right there. How can a ruler sit down with a slave and work things out, man? You don't operate on the same wavelength. So the Lord is now developing a mindset once again here on the planet Earth. And it's heavy, even that is heavy, because he's developing it with the poor and the lowly. You know?
I got something there. Second Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 15.
Yep.
Not settling by the honors of their fathers, but lacking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
That's right. Our honor of the fathers is what? The rulership.
Yeah, it says, verse 16, by reason whereof sore calamity came upon them, for they had them to be their enemies and avengers.
And avengers, man. Okay? So, and there's a penalty for that. That's why the scriptures say sore calamity coming upon you. There's a penalty for siding with your enemy. Not to mention your enemy is a servant himself. And that's in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter. Yeah, you sided with a slave, man. Hey, but see, there's a certain clause in the contract, all right? In order for you to receive this inheritance, you have to suffer. It talks about Moses, how he was willing to suffer with his people for a season. You see? And you got Jake, man. They were so downtrodden. You a Jake. Inside joke, man. You niggas. Lord, I got a sword destruction for you niggas, man. Wild niggas. Wild boy, man.
It says,
real quick.
go back.
This is Lamentations 4:17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. And watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Right, yeah, you were watching, you waiting on Esau, even whether it's in the form of a stimulus check, a week-to-week check. A diploma, a good job, man, that's in vain. You watching for a nation that can't help you, man. Hey, and the brother brought it out earlier in Isaiah the 10th chapter, how Esau is nothing more than the axe that the Lord lifted up. When you consider an axe or any weapon, it's rendered useless unless somebody take it and put power behind it. Oh, why the hell you looking to the so-called white man? There's nothing he can do. Besides that, his kingdom is crumbling right before your very eyes, man. Damn, devil. They got a Tennessee tag, you know, they're at the mountain, man. Right. You should have stopped over like they played in Lord of the Rings.
Hill, man.
Yeah, crazy motherfuckers, man.
Yosemite Sam.
You don't want to get caught around on Edomites like that. Wrong time of night. Motherfucker offer you a sandwich, then all of a sudden you wake up. Yeah, you wake up on a bed. All right, come on, give me what you got.
No,
you got.
what you were saying about, you know, how Jake, you know, depending on a job, whatever, in the society, you know, it go back to Deuteronomy 28, when it say your life should hang in the balance.
Yeah.
You know, there's no assurance of your life.
Yeah.
You know? So you put your trust in it, but then you understand that you still honor your enemy, man.
Yeah.
You know, we still gonna put your foot in your ass some type of way.
Yeah.
You know? And these times going forward, he definitely gonna show his horns, man. Like, hey, I hate you. I don't care if you got a diploma or degree, whatever. It go back to Deuteronomy 28, you know, having that assurance of your life, man. Not having assurance of your life, man.
Yeah.
That curses, man, still on Jake.
And that's a good point because it's one thing to be servitude. Hey, that's a real thing. You can actually have slaves, right? Even in Israel, what's that? Exodus, is it the 20th chapter? It talks about, it's certain conditions, if you will. Yeah, the law of all, how you deal with slaves. But it's a difference when your slave master is your enemy, your arch enemy and nemesis. Yeah. They got the same outfit.
Yeah, the same outfit.
That shit crazy, man. Nigga we worked with years ago, they got the same outfit. And that nigga was a hardcore Christian. Oh, criminal. Christians are criminals too. And what's the offenses of you Christians? Yeah. Christians are criminals. Hey, that's the lesson, yeah. Christians are criminals. Yeah, everybody calm it down. Oh. Hey, yeah, you come away. Come away, bro. It's all good. All right, bro. They got watch it though. They got that 40 cal too now.
He's taking it in like
you know what I'm saying though? Yeah, be careful, man. Yeah, that's a production of Esau. That's what Esau sprinkled he sprinkled a touch of. That's it.
Probably how Camp Prince or something.
And they got a steady dose of Captain Crunch for him. That's why he turned out that way. Go ahead.
2 Maccabees chapter 4 and 16, by reason whereof sore calamity came upon them. For they had them to be their enemies and avengers, whose custom they followed so earnestly.
Right, our people follow the custom of Esau earnestly, man. Case in point, that mask. You'll see a Jake in the car with tent. With the mask. By himself. Nobody can see him. That nigga loyal to Esau, man.
Damn.
But here it is, how about you now? I see everything, and you busting down a pork chop plate, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be a beautiful piece of work the Lord conjuring up, man, for Jake, man. And see, we're not gonna share the till for you niggas, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says, and to whom they desire to be like them.
Yeah, you desire to be like Esau. You know? That's why what our people deem as some form of relief or what would you call it? A form of being making it.
Yeah, Esau is the so-called standard in this world.
Yeah, yeah. What you might deem as being, you know, some form of relief and comfort is based upon what Esau laid out. You see? That's the standard. You got a villa in Costa Rica, or you got a house in the Hamptons. It's, you know, that's based upon what Esau told you. Yep, come on.
Con, it says.
Oh, I know what I'm going to say, a form of success.
Con.
Whatever you deem as some form of success, it's based upon what Esau told your ass. You in a trick bag, man. You entangled in that web of lies and deception. Well,
it says, whose custom they follow so earnestly.
Yeah, that's why you got niggas morphing over to skinny leg jeans, purses. Or the guy who walked by tried to get him to walk by the camera. This nigga Hal was, it was crazy. Nigga had the blonde, he had one strip, he had some crazy shit, the blonde on both sides and the strip in the middle.
Black racing strip.
And he had the book bag, and I could, yeah. But you knew he had a 40 too, man.
With a glittering belt.
Hold up.
And that lets you know that he's following the customs of Esau, because Esau is the sword. Yep, go ahead.
It says, unto whom they desire to be like in all things.
Right, you desire to be like the so-called white man in all things, man. And that's an offense. Because the scriptures tell you to look to your, search out the, matter of fact, give me that, Job 8? Give me Job 8 and 8 real quick. I think it is. And also Isaiah the 30th chapter, where it speaks about looking to they cover with a cover with not of my spirit. Y'all can get both of them. Whoever got, you got Job, bring it up. Let me get that Isaiah 30.
It's Job 8 and 8. When inquire, I pray thee of the former age.
Right, inquire, I pray thee of the former age. Okay, meaning the past. Now when you go into that word Hebrew, in the Hebrew, what is it, abar? And it means from the past. That's why when you read, I want to say it's that second verse of the first chapter, where it talks about the Lord sending forth the men from the east, which represents the past. And that's what we symbolize. You know, from the garbs, you know, the salute, the way we greet each other, our diet. And you actually got niggas out there that say they're Israelites that got a 2-liter Pepsi, man, in the refrigerator, man. The Lord gonna kill you. Because you still looking to Esau. Now you gotta be out your mind. You open this shit and you hear a subtle explosion. Now let's say if you had nanotechnology, you could, like that shit'll sound like World War III. Go ahead.
Come read again. Job 8 and 8. For who inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers.
Yep, so we are encouraged to search, to do what? Read that again.
To search of their fathers.
So we're encouraged to search of our fathers, man. And that goes back to the custom, the ancient custom. Now, are we going to be able to keep them completely here? No. Hey, could you have a nigga to come around us and they expect us to be in a circle with flat bread, breaking bread, and drinking wine in a cave with a staff. Let's show you how simple you niggas are. No, we can't keep the customs here in the Western world, in this modern world, in its perfection. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. All right, come on.
This is Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord.
Right, who are the rebellious children? The people on this side. And the 2/3 of you're not willing to come under the order. Look, man, the Lord is setting up an order in Israel. The Lord restoring order once more. And in that, it's going to be leaders. You don't just go up on the job, wherever you might work. You know, from the corporate to Wendy's. You know what? A nigga come up against the order of Yahweh Shemal Shah. If they'll show up that mole, shirt tucked in, headset, welcome to mole. Fuck you, man. In complete order, man. With a mask and an extra mask. Hanging out his back pocket. You can see the screen. And the sickest one is the hospital mask. Just the traditional throwaway man. But hey, it's order, man. It's order everywhere you go. Even when Esau job, you don't go up and say, hey, I'm gonna just take a break. You know, I'm gonna take a break. There's a certain time you gotta take a break, man. So that what you expect here, man? It's order. All right, the Lord set up order, men to govern. And you come in our government and want to change the rules. Well, take your head to Sudan, and you get over there and you say, I think we should go. I think it should, I think we should go to. You should operate how they do in America. You know what you're gonna do? Your best out is to get the fuck out of Sudan, that's right. Or either put to death. See?
That's it.
All right, come on.
Isaiah 30 and
You're
1.
witnessing a government, man. There's nothing like, man. Come on.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord.
Yeah, and that's dealing with your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are not willing to yield to the commands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Right? Go ahead.
That take counsel, but not of me.
Yeah, you put your stock into what the so-called white man told you. And don't look at we say the so-called white man, everybody looks surprised. No, who ruling? It's Esau. Yep, come on.
It says, and they cover with a covering, but not of my spirit,
yep,
that they may add sin to sin.
Yep, and that goes into that iniquity. And sin unto sin. And really when you go into that, you read that with spiritual lenses, through spiritual lenses, that's dealing with reincarnation. Okay? You add sin to sin. Now, brother can have him out, y'all. Yep. Hey, this the relief. Like you ever notice, like if you see it at different camps, like Jake, a lot of homeless Jake, they come up here, they can feel the relief. Like this is a refuge. You know, they do that. They come up here, they won't even ask somebody in the street. They'll walk past them, they feel that I can ask them. But scriptures say too, those who are in trouble come rest with us. Yep. Go ahead.
It says, they walk to go down into Egypt.
Now pay attention, listen good. Read this again.
That walk to go down into Egypt.
You walk to go down into Egypt, meaning what? You are taking a step back. You are declining. Oh, matter of fact, give me that real quick in Proverbs. You know, when you come into this truth, you are leveling up. Okay. You stepping it up. When you go and you subscribe to whatever the so-called white man has presented and packaged to you, you're taking a step back. You're being downgraded. Read that one more time.
Come. It says that walk to go down into Egypt.
See, you walk to go down into Egypt, man, which Egypt symbolizes bondage. You are being more and more entangled in that well. And there's certain guys that was in the truth that went back that way. Now you working a job, you driving a forklift for some crazy shit, man. You entangled, you have to take a test. Yeah, you deep in the world. You filling out applications. Watch that. Yeah. Yeah, he was sneaking around. You seen that? For the drops and shit. Yeah, just take that down. Get somebody to hold it up. Yep, all right, come on.
Come. It says, oh, you want that Proverbs?
I got the Proverbs, okay. Come on. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, come. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 25. Let not thine heart decline to her ways.
Read that again.
Let not thine heart decline to her ways.
See, again, you are regressing. You're not progressing. You downgrade. A nigga come up here and boast in his diploma, his education, his job. Really, you on a low level, man. Now, not to say that if you got those things, that don't mean the Lord can't deal with you. Right? Because you got brothers that went to college, graduated, all that. Might have a good job, might have a practice, an office, a business. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not where they put their trust. They don't hang their hat there. That's not their dwelling place. They dwell within the courts of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay? Come on.
Come. It's not.
It says, let not thy heart decline to her ways, go not astray in her path, for she have cast down many wounded.
Yep.
That many strong men have been slain by her.
Right. This place is the shadow of death. Read that part again.
It says, for she have cast down many wounded.
Right. America has been the ruin of many. See? Hey, let's prove that, right? When you consider those who was considered to be well off, they ruined. You know? Hey, for an example, this nigga Lil Wayne, he came out and said he was battling, for years, he was battling mental depression, mental illness. I think what's the other little bro, Simone? Not that one, the Bob. Yeah, she was dealing with mental illness and mental depression. But she's promoted as success. But see, America wounds you, man. America, it pretty much plays on the psyche of your mind. Oh, the scripture say that, give me any plague but the plague of the heart. America contributes to you bugging out. A lot of these guys you see walking around talking to, like the guy he walked out, he was having I thought he was actually on the phone. He said, yeah, I ain't gonna do that till tomorrow, about 10 o'clock. Yeah, a real conversation with himself, man. That was the land of Nod. The land of Nod. That's Esau, the land of Nod. That's the land of wandering. Yep. Yeah, this place has ruined many. Many have been cast down by this horse. Go ahead.
He said, yeah, many strong men have been slain by her.
Yep, and even war. They're going to war. But even those who was considered to be, the symbol of strength, they were broken down by this place, man. Hey, because this bitch, she's a witch. The whore is actually a witch. The scriptures tell you, suffer not a witch to live. Now, when you go into the law, what happens? You're supposed to burn a witch. That was going to happen to a person. Now, you know what's in that cup? That goblet? That's a potion, man. It's like somebody give you something spiky. That was the whore did. The mingle wine?
Yep. And anybody that takes it, you out of it. And you take that, you're more inclined to do whatever. That's what Babylon perpetuates. Basically do whatever it is you want to do on this. All right? And here it is, hey, that's the vibration being pushed out throughout the whole entire planet Earth too. Through the influence of Babylon the Great. Because I believe the scripture that say that, it said, well, the nations are mad. The reason why. Yeah, man. The reason why, because that same word, man. All right? Now, if you look up that word, I believe you look at that word, somebody get this.
Can I say something too? Because we all want to counter democracy. Once they give you that cup of democracy, that's like opening Pandora's box, man. That's just like opening a box of roaches, man. Once you accept democracy. Because within that, that's when the abomination is free game then, man. Because I think that word mad is pretty much going into you going crazy, man. Oh yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine.
Hey, so the Lord, he set up America because it was a time period where these things were going to happen upon the planet Earth. And the Lord used the so-called white man, by the way of America, to stir all this trouble up upon the planet Earth. They tell you it's a time and place for everything to happen upon the planet Earth. That only happens between dealing with who's ruling during that time. That's why the scripture says it's going to be a new heavens and a new earth. So that means it depends on who's ruling. That's going to be the vibration of the planet Earth. And as you can see now, there's nothing but wickedness and homos and hate because of the ones who's ruling right now.
Yeah, we read that earlier.
Yep.
It says as the officer, as the judge of the people. All So is the people as it is.
Yep.
You know, and that just show you the people that you see right now walking around that have no care in the world. That's a product of the ones who is in rulership. You know, that's the offspring of the ones that's in power right now. You know, that this is what the rulership of Esau breeds. You know, which is a what? The abomination the sight of Yahweh Shem Shah. That's why the Lord, you know, didn't make a mistake when he said that Babylon is that golden cup. You know, which made what? It made all the earth run. Okay.
The reason I say, stop all the children. If you don't go out read again Jeremiah 6:27. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. The word mad, Strong's info, it says to be clear, it says to shine, to show the boast. It says to be boastful, boastful ones. It says to make a fool of.
See? But now, you know, you have these different nations, they have their traditional, you know, apparel. And they looking foolish now. You got Elamites with tights and a headset. You got, these Moabites, they love three-piece suits, man. I dare you to find not one Moabite ain't got a three-piece suit in his closet, man.
Monkey suit.
Yeah, monkey suit, man. You know, you got, although I said Asia's partaker of Babylon.
That's it.
Yeah, you know? Yep.
Yeah, I mean, hey, one of those words and definitions is boast. All right? And them boasting is them boasting in themselves, man. You know, basically, being boastful is a roundabout way of saying pride.
Yep, that's it.
All right? And that's what the scriptures say when the nations are mad. All right? Because now they are boastful. All right? And the thing is that, you know, Esau in his kingdom, all right, basically everything is tailored to the downfall of these people. This sign right here. You know, the downfall of Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? And see, now, you know, through this man's system and technology, now they think they got some sort of foothold, man. All right? Yeah, but now they're starting to realize that, you know, this kingdom, all right, that's set up, you know, it's basically ready to fall, man. You know?
Yeah, they smell blood in the water.
That's it. Yep.
Come as weak as we.
Hey, yeah, because even the so-called white man know he finna fall out of power. That's why I say he know he had butt as well. This nigga not that he kicking the butt, finna kick the butt, man. Yeah, I mean, so how much more everybody else, you know? But they see the results of following this nigga now.
Yeah, and the word boastful, it says showing excessive pride and self-satisfaction. I can't even say the words, so like it. Yeah, say it up. That's right. It says in one achievement, possession, or ability. So
excessive amounts of pride. All right? And the reason why, and that goes to, there's another word called superfluous. That's basically doing too much. You know? And that's what the kingdom breeds, man. You know?
It was going to actually be a season where pride was going to play out at its height. We in that time where pride is at its very height, man. You got, I ain't gonna get it up.
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away.
So we seeing that process now. The earth is at its worst state now. Why? It's a thing called chemtrails. It's a thing called beaching, which is a softer way of saying an animal committed suicide. Yeah. McDonald's cups and shit everywhere. Why is that? Because of the ones who rule the planet Earth. It's just the so-called white man. You got it.
It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Under the watch of the so-called white man. If I give you my car and say, you know, keep it for a week, and it come back with 3 wheels on it, nigga, it's your fault, man. I gave, you know what I mean? I let you see my house now. I come back, it's burnt. burnt down and shit. Yeah, deforestation. You know, homos and just everything that's a problem here on the planet right now. From you hollering in traffic to you getting into it with your woman to you getting that notice about a late bill. It go back to the so-called white man. That, you know, he's the council of the planet Earth. You got it out.
It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws,
See, that's that wine. You got it.
changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting
And
covenant.
that's why nothing don't last long here, man. That's why everything is becoming more and more temporal. You know, it was a point in time where certain things, it can last a few years. Now shit lasts a couple months. If that, you know what I mean? And that's on all levels with anything. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah. Now it's quick, man. Even now, you can just put some shit in the microwave for 10 seconds and come out right there and fully cooked, man. That's how crazy this society is, but that's let you know this man is running out of time as well. Because everything becoming quicker and quicker, man. From trends, they be here a day and they gone now.
Yeah.
So shit is moving, man.
Yeah, challenge. Yeah, good challenge, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Great challenge.
Pyramid.
Yeah.
Part of that, walking up the elite. Yeah. 32, what it is?
Basic shit.
Yeah, that's it. 33, that's it, bro. 33 degrees, yeah, man.
Going on, it says, Isaiah 24:6, therefore have the curse devoured the earth.
And we seeing that, man. Just by just him being here, you seeing just concrete and shit everywhere. This man have consumed the planet. Oh, that's one of the what it is. What it said, the things that never be satisfied. One of them was fire, which the sum of everything or something like that is not enough. So there's the grave, the womb, the barren womb, the earth that's not filled. This nigga consuming everything, man. On all of it.
He's not satisfied.
And you seeing the residue of him being there. You know what I mean? You see, oh yeah, Esau been here like motherfucking task some shit. MS 13, they say terrible. You see when this nigga here, when you see a McDonald's somewhere.
That's a scar.
Yeah, that's it.
The continuous stroke of Esau. One of the scars of the McDonald's.
Yep.
Show you Esau, he can't get enough. So Rock 14:9, a covetous man eye is not satisfied with this portion.
And this nigga got his face on the money, man. His face on the money, man.
Hey, man, you want everything else somebody else got, man. You ain't even said, hey, our forefather Isaac, which is who? Yahushua gave you the fatness of the earth. He gave you the sword, man. Which he gave you the means to conquer all, man, and you still ain't satisfied. You want a fucking man's life. You want a man's soul. You want a man's consciousness. His heritage. His hope. His hope.
That man took our hope, man. Attempted to. Here it is. You took everything from us. The only thing we had was hope. Then you saying, now that's for everybody. You know, everybody can be saved. No, man. That's the thief, the so-called white man.
That boy still everything.
Yeah.
Man, still your, what they say, you ain't looking, man.
You ain't looking. That motherfucker still the stink out of shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's why he's on this lead. They ain't just dealt the lead. That's on all that nigga steal everything. You got it out.
Gun. Read it again. It says, a wicked, it says, a covetous man eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drives up his soul. Woo.
And this is why he's gonna pretty much, he's embarked on the path of destruction, man. This is his fate, and that's why you're seeing these actions now, man. And through his actions, that's why he's being dried up. The Lord is dried up. This man ain't prospering no more, man. Yahweh Shema Shai have cut off the supply of power to the so-called white man. And that's why now he's clutching more and more on that thing. Because he can't lie to you no more. So this is the only way he can rationalize things out by going out in a blaze of glory. You know what I mean? Really, Isaac put a curse on Esau when he blessed him with the sword. That's why Lord Yahweh said, "We take this sword, gonna carry you."
Back in Isaiah 24 and verse 6, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate.
They that dwell therein, they that subscribe to this system, they that trust in something. You ain't got to be a patriot. You ain't got to even love America. But if you got a 10-year plan here, I ain't gonna even say 10, 5 years, and it's still a McDonald's around, that scripture is going to you as well, man. And let's just say McDonald's somehow closed down, but it's still a Jackson around. That scripture apply to you.
Alright.
You got it.
Come, it reads, therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few
Inhabitants.
Yeah,
That's going to ones of the same mindset.
Yep.
Ultimately, the one that you hang your hat here, man. You gonna get burned, man. See, you laying in the bed with this bitch.
Yeah.
You gonna get burnt, man.
She gonna get a disease.
Jake don't say that for nothing.
Yeah.
Jake don't say you man, she burnt you, man. We finna actually see that in its perfection. We finna see that in its perfection, man. You know, you got it out.
Okay, it says, and few men left.
And few men left. Why? Because the few that's left which is the elect, the remnant, they ain't lay down with this whole man. You know what I mean? We spent this whole from a mile away. Literally.
Yeah.
On all levels. This bitch stink, man. It's other nations giving the reports back to their own country, saying, don't come to this place. I'm gonna get my money and move back. Yeah, that's it. You look at Babylon, she was an asshole person and tell her to take her shoes off. Her bottom of her feet black. Nasty bitch.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that's it. Cause she been there a while. Feet down cause she,
God, this Isaiah 31:1.
That's it.
Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
See, that's that going down again. You reduced to going to this nigga for help now. Woe unto you for going to Egypt for help. You got it.
And stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many.
See, so that's going back to you hanging your hat here. You have now trying to make your bed here in America. Matter of fact, somebody get Isaiah 28. Matter of fact, it's going to like the bed is shorter. And start at like 18 and we'll go down from there.
It's Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 18. It says, and your covenant with death shall be annulled. Excuse me. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled.
See? Keep going.
And your agreement with hell shall not stand.
So you ultimately trusting in this system, trusting in the so-called white man and everything he present unto you. I don't give a fuck what it perceived to be as some form of power or plan B or you can lean on with time. It's not gonna stand in that day, man. No matter what you got planned, relief packages or anything. And when everything's said and done, when the Lord get a green light for these death angels to do their thing, what you and Esau had agreed on, it's not gonna work, man. It's not gonna stand, man. You got it.
It says, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through.
See, all hell finna break loose pretty soon. See, Esau can't push this off. How much more a nigga, man? That Lord Fagos. The Lord gonna kill these niggas, man. Because you trusting in death and hell, so that's what you gonna get. You gonna get death and hell. You know what I mean? Before you even die, you gonna catch hell. You know what I mean? That's why I said you're gonna flee from a lion and a bear gonna meet you. You lean your hand upon the house, you thought you was out the clear. And a serpent bitch, meaning you gonna get the milsons. Lord gonna get you niggas, man. But it said when the overflowing scourge, so meaning what? This is gonna be an overwhelming presence of judgment that's gonna come upon the planet Earth. And we're in the beginning stages of it, man. See, it's about to be a famine, especially here in America. It's not no reason why it's a restaurant on every street. That's a snare of Yahweh Shem outside, man. Because everything in this society is centered around food and sex. If you ain't getting no box tonight, I bet you're gonna order some chicken wing. So guess what? you gonna be alright. You gonna be alright. Let's just say you might watch a flick after, man. Lord gonna get you niggas, man.
Right.
The comfort is about to be taken away. You know? You got it out.
It reads, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it.
See, and that lets you know the Lord gonna beat you up with them plagues, man. You got it.
It says, from the time that it goeth forth, it shall take you.
See? You gonna be taken, man. You got it.
For morning by morning shall it pass over.
See, so that lets you know ain't no break. Like when all hell break loose, you got a day off at Jacob's Trouble. Ain't gonna be no day off, man.
Damn.
It's gonna actually intensify. At least in this time, you had panic buying, but then the store stopped right back up. You was able to take a break, a breather. When the gas shit happened, motherfucker got, you got a whole barrel of gas and shit. But now you can go back and fill your tank up, you know, less than $35 at the moment. You was able to take a break, but it said morning by morning these judgments gonna take place, and we in that time. You know, and this what these niggas gonna receive from trusting in the so-called white man. Like I said, you ain't gotta be a patriot. You ain't gotta have an American flag flying out your window, man. But you got a 3-year plan, and this place still standing. So is it still a president somewhere? Or prime minister? Man, this scripture's going to you, man. You got it out.
It says, by day and by night.
See? Ain't no rest for these niggas, man. You got it.
It says, it shall be a vexation only to understand the report.
Ooh! See, so you gonna get the report because you was in it, niggas. Oh, that's why I said they knew not till the flood came. See, no one just saying it was a flood and nobody was gonna experience that. Somebody actually had to go through the flood. When the scripture say a famine, somebody actually gotta die of starvation. Somebody gotta actually feel that lot. So you gonna know then, in that time come, man. You know, you got it.
It says, for the bed is shorter than that a man can stretch
See, so
himself
you
on.
laughing at see? You ain't, Lord, okay, you wanna make your bed here, nigga. Now you turning the covers over. Now your ass out. Or you can't even stretch out. Because the bed is short, man.
You should,
You ain't finna be, now you tossing and turning.
Hey, that's why the scripture made me say, in the kingdom, I'm going to have a big
Man,
that means your comfort is going to be there.
Damn.
That niggas on the cot.
That's goddamn better wings. I already know.
Damn.
2x2.
You on a 2x2. You on a, you know what I mean? So you
Balled up.
God, three.
it's cold.
Motherfucker ain't got no type of like.
Yeah, I
Make
mean.
it half of you. What scripture go ahead?
Matter of fact, read it here,
It says, for the bed is shorter than that a man can stretch himself on it.
Yep.
It says, the covering narrow than that he can wrap himself in it.
So you ain't gonna be covered in that day, man. Let's just say you did flee from the line. But guess what? You gonna run into a barrel. You ain't gonna be covered in that day, man. That means you're not gonna be protected, man. You gonna look. You trusting that though? They trusting with this nigga brain. You don't think he gonna get it? How much more you, man? But it said the bed is short. You ain't finna make your rest here. You know, let's say nigga got a 10-year plan, 5-year, 3-year plan. That's your ass, man. You gotta do what?
Back in Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, see? And stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and horsemen because they are very strong.
Yeah, because what this devil perceived, you know, what he's showing to you. His military might, like I said, this nigga face on the money. It's perceived with the corner eye that this nigga got the he's ruling with an iron fist, man. But the so-called white man is fighting harder and harder every day. See, this devil, his reign of terror is over with. There's no McDonald's. It's about to be an end to McDonald's. It's about to be an end to the LGB, SYZ, you know, feminism. 2 liters for you niggas. You love Coca-Cola so much. And Fagos. You got it up.
Revelation 12 and 12.
That's it.
Therefore rejoice ye heaven.
And that's what we saying. You saying that now by us teaching.
Yeah.
Just throwing that ideal out there.
Yeah,
that guess what? It's an end to it, man.
It is.
You got it.
And ye that dwell therein.
There, see?
That's dealing with that's the house.
That's it.
Secret place.
Like the brother made you that rejoicing. We the only someone that's really optimistic.
That's it, bro.
I mean, if you know, just to frame it, because it's bleak for everybody else. You know, our future is a bright future, man.
Hey, we the only ones rejoicing at hell breaking loose. We the only ones rejoicing at massive bloodshed or the crusade war. Anybody else would say, hold on, those guys need to be in the straight jacket. No, we the ones rejoicing at it because we've been comforted, man. We know that this is gonna bring forth a kingdom, man.
Is it? Oh, like you said, rejoice ye have. So we saying, you saying that not. We got the report. The Lord said he's going to overthrow the devil violently. And these are the proper steps that's going to lead to us. And we seeing it. Oh, that's why the scripture says he's going to give bread to the eater when these things come to pass, man. So we satisfied by what's taking place upon the planet Earth, because that's what the report said it was going to, you know.
It's Isaiah chapter 24, verse 15. Wherefore I glorify ye the Lord in the fire.
See that? And that's what we doing, man. All right? That fire represents what? Tribulation. Times of trouble, man. And what we doing? We're going to say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, when the famine comes. All right? Go ahead, up.
It says, wherefore glorify ye the Lord in the fires, even the name of the Lord power of Israel in the isles of the sea.
See that?
So if you want to, you got it.
Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
See, the inhabitants again. It's not because you on the earth, man.
Amen.
Not because you on the earth. It's because you subscribe to why I said the heavens and the earth. You subscribe to the ones who's ruling the planet Earth right now.
You
dwell in this world. Because our mind is on the other side of town, man.
Beautiful.
You know?
It says, and of the sea, for the devil is come down upon you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
This nigga know he finna kick the bucket. So why you trust this nigga, man? He finna die. You asking him for help. He can't live no more. He's on the clock, man. This man's on the clock, man. Rapping. That motherfucker heartbeat fast. That lets you know he's finna go. You know what I mean? That's bad.
Adrenaline, get the pump.
That's it, man. All right, cut.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee.
Hey, it said now. See, that word now ain't just written there and it was meant. It meant that 3,500 years ago, man. It said now because it means now, man.
Yeah, the books are open now.
That's it.
That would have made that would have made sense then.
That's it.
You have to break down the chip.
Yeah, that's it.
Now is now.
It only makes sense now. That's why I tell you, Daniel, seal the book until the time of the end. But that's when it was going to actually make sense. You know?
Real quick, I got the word now. Or the phrase, read the phrase again.
It says, now is the end come upon thee.
Now is the end. This is the phrase. Strong's H7093. It says, end. End at the end of time.
Come on.
That's it, man.
End of space.
Now means now.
Now means now.
He didn't say back then. It said now, but it said at the end of time. At the climax of the times of the Gentile being. This is it, man.
Hey, and that's America, man. The sunset. Brother always going to the sunset, man. That's it, man. The climax of everything, man. The uttermost part. Matter of fact, get that. Acts 1 and 8. Real quick. Like the brother said, the uttermost, man. The end, man. All right?
It's the book of Acts.
And look at the word uttermost. Because America is the spiritual and physical end, man. The physical manifestation of it is what? The end of the earth from the east to the west. All right?
Okay, I say too, and that logic proves that Esau is in power.
That's
Why?
it.
When you read 2 Ezra 6, Esau is the end of the world.
Go ahead,
This is the book of Acts 1 and verse 8. It says, but ye shall receive power.
Yeah, ye shall receive power. So we have received the power at the end. What the scripture says, I have raised up the apostles' land.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
It says, ye shall receive power.
And how have we received power, man? Through the Comforter, through the Holy Spirit, giving us a deeper understanding of the scriptures, man. And first of all, that power starts with faith. Okay, being able to believe.
Yeah, you got to believe it first.
You got to believe it first. Once you believe, you're going to act upon it. And how you act? By speaking, man, which is coming out, prophesying, showing your faith by your works. Go ahead, bro.
It says, after that, the Holy Spirit is come upon you.
After that, the Holy Spirit come upon you. That's now. Go ahead.
It says, and ye shall be witnesses.
Yeah, so how you become witnesses, man? After that power come upon you, man, now you're able to stand upon your feet, all right, and remember. That's how you witness, man. You was actually there. Now you become a witness.
Wow.
But first you got to remember that you was actually there, man. Now we standing upon our feet and being witnesses.
Remember that word until I serve.
That's it. Remember that word.
I put that Psalm 119.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, both in Jerusalem, and in all Judea, and in Samaria.
Now look, this is what Yahushua was saying unto the disciples back then, which after that power came upon them, they became apostles, which means what? Sent away. Now that's us. That power that came upon us, now we sent away, meaning now we're sent out on the highways and byways and hedges to become witnesses, man, to prophesy via the internet. Go ahead.
It says, and until the uttermost.
Until the uttermost, read it again.
It says, and until the uttermost.
The end, America, the ends of the earth, the fulfillment of things, man, now. Go ahead.
Part of the earth.
Right, part of the earth, man.
Yeah, which geographically dealing with America.
Right.
Really, America is the end, like California, that's the last.
Beautiful.
That's the last part of the earth.
That's
it.
it.
The beginning of the earth will be what scholars will call the fertile crescent. You know, Jerusalem, Judea, that region, that's the beginning. The mother of all things. You know? Oh, now when you go into the west, look up that word west, you break it, look it up. It means, the region where the sun sets. You know, that's equivalent to the credits rolling. The credits rolling in the movie. That's what you're witnessing, the credits rolling in the movie. Now, if y'all got that word uttermost, y'all can go there.
This word uttermost, it says farthest, it says final.
Read it again.
The word uttermost, Strong's G 2078. It says like eschatos. Eschatos.
But that's when you get eschatology. Study of the end. Everything is a build up to now, man.
Go ahead, bro.
It says farthest.
Farthest. America, man.
Yeah.
The farthest on the earth, man, like the brother said, from the east coast to the west coast, man. Go ahead.
It says final.
Final. All right? That let you know this is the time of the end, man. Once you see us. Lord willing, we are part of that number, man, starting with the apostles and the elders, man. Because we've been sent out because we received that power. Read it again.
It says final.
Final. So this is the final act before Yahweh Hashem Yahushua send Yahushua to make his grand appearance. Pursued by the angels and these 200 million milkers, man. Once this happen right here, like the brother said, then the motherfucking credits gonna be rolling, man. Right here, brother. Sisters. Go This that thing right here.
Do we have
A problem. You know what I'm saying? You want to pull your little 9mm out of your little Derringer? Do we have a problem? Go ahead, bro.
God, it says final of place or time.
Bro, final of place or time.
Come on, a place or time. America the place, the time now. Beautiful. Okay, that's a lesson. Yep, go ahead.
It says end of last. Latter end.
What in Daniel? Close up these words to what? To the last, man. And then what did Job say? And he know that his Redeemer is gonna stand at the latter days. These times, man. And we being those forerunners, just like being in the spirit of what? John the Baptist. All right, we being those forerunners, man. We prophesying about that latter end, man. About that time. We are those signs. We that token.
Yeah, we're a part of the sign.
That's right.
Our very being, our very existence. Prove that we're at the end, man. Hey, when you go into the lab, you see what they point out? Real quick.
About me real quick, like construction workers, it's always finishing.
Yeah,
That's the
that's true,
problem.
brother. That's true, brother. That's the
Finish up the
brother.
job.
That's true, brother.
And when you go into the last of anything, too, it brings clarity.
Beautiful.
You're watching a sporting event,
Beautiful.
football game, you get to the bottom, you know what's going on at the end. Pretty much, you have a feel for the outcome at the end. Versus the tip-off or the kickoff. All right, that was on that? Good morning.
It says last in a temporal succession. Last in series of places. Last in time or in place.
So the last kingdom before the kingdom of heaven is established. That's why I said in the days of these kings, instead of power in sports and shit, you might see a super team in the making. They might have a losing record the year before. And you see them boys coming back. Now they coming after the championship the next year. Well, that's what you're saying. You're seeing the decline of the so-called white man and the exalting of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. But it said this is the last in the series of places. The last kingdom before the kingdom of heaven is established. We here now, man. We at the end of the end now.
This is the last in a succession of kingdoms, series of kingdoms. And the scriptures heavy give you a vivid illustration of that too. Daniel, the statue. The stone came to the end. The feet represents the end. See? All right, that's cool.
God, this is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. God, it says, thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come.
And this is a commandment from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It said, that's why I said, thus saith the Lord. The Lord is commanding evil and only evil to come upon this place. Well, what else could you think, man? What happened to this place, man? The abominations that just, that's why I said, he that plowed iniquity and sowed wickedness, reap the same. It's gonna get to the point. You're gonna die for eating that McDonald's, man. You ain't gonna eat human burgers for the rest of your life. Horse burgers, crystals. And then you just finna just ride off in the sunset. They're gonna
Video game for the rest of the night.
you got the 10 set. And you on the fake, it's gonna get to the point. That combination gonna cause a seizure. It's gonna get a point of time. It's gonna happen. But it said evil and only evil is coming, man. And we're in the beginning stages of it. You got it out.
An end is come. The end is come.
Yep.
It watcheth for thee.
Yep.
Behold, it is come.
He said, watch for you. Why? Because it's after the appointed day, the money gonna crash. Yep. The money waiting on you when it crash. When martial law takes, it's an appointed day. The Lord got on the calendar for you niggas to get suddenly get hit by that. And it said, behold, it is come. Meaning what? It's an article on it. There's a video on it. But it's gonna get to the point of time. It ain't gonna be nobody telling you. You're gonna be living it, man. You're gonna be living through these evils, man.
You got one more.
It says, the morning is come unto thee. O thou that dwellest in the land. Yeah, the morning is come.
So that
It
lets
says,
you know.
Ezekiel 7 and 7, the morning is come unto thee. O thou that dwellest in the land, The time is come.
Nothing you can do to stop the morning.
No.
Esau ain't got that technology. They can't stop the morning from coming. Eventually, the morning is coming.
That's it.
It's gonna be all over.
It's gonna be all over in the morning.
Well, that's no Matter of fact, get that. Get that real quick. Hold that. Get Job 38 real quick. Hey, 'cause, hey, you know what? That's the relief. You had a turbulent night. You know? Yeah, you toss and turn all night. The morning brings relief. The morning represents your house shop. Okay, that's in Revelation, the 22nd chapter. Go ahead. Yeah, you can build it.
All right, come. This is Job 38:10. It says, and break up for it my decreed place,
Go ahead.
and set bars and doors, and said, get the two shall
Yeah,
not
that
come.
decree place going into the Lord's sanctioning the rulerships on the planet Earth. That's why the scriptures reframe it as bars and doors, meaning coming and going. Kingdoms come and go, baby. Go ahead.
It says, and said, here the two shall not come,
Oh, here the two shall not come. Reading now. Esau came to now. Go ahead.
but no further.
No further. This man cannot add one iota. Is that right? To his rulership. Go ahead.
It said, and here shall thy proud ways be stayed.
Yeah, the pride of the so-called white man's rulership is going to stop right here.
That's it.
And it all links up with biblical prophecy. Why? Because the scriptures give you the chronological order how the destruction will come. It said pride will go before destruction. That's it. Meaning Esau then rulership before the Lord show his works. Like, go ahead.
It said, hast thou commanded the morning since thy day,
Yeah, do you know when the Lord coming?
and caused the day spring to know his place?
Do you know the time when your house shop, which is the day spring, is coming? How do we know that? Read on.
It said that it might take hold of the ends of the earth.
See, so the Lord is coming to take hold of the ends of the earth. Yep, so there they.
Okay.
And by the way, this is a dark saying right here. This is prophecy. Go ahead.
It says that the wicked might be shaken out of it.
And how the wicked gonna be shaken out of it? By the destruction. You're gonna be shaken out of that seat of power. Okay? But it's gonna be by way of the morning. We read that, right?
Yeah, that was
Okay. All right, so let's go back here.
Done. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 7. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come.
Yeah, the morning breaks up all the wickedness of the night. You know, you were committing adultery, you were laid up, and it was all done under the banner of night. But the Lord represents the morning, which symbolizes cutting off the wickedness that has been perpetuated here in this place. Come on.
It says, the day of trouble is near.
Yeah, there's a time of trouble that the Lord sanctioned. That's a scene in this movie. It's going to be heavy trouble and tribulation out here on the streets of America, man. The food going to become scarce. You're not going to have access to, you know, wings, comfort food. Yeah. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh Shah about to show himself, man. Which the God of the Bible is a power that's to be feared. Unlike the way your church presented him. He had you think that the Lord was a passive power. Someone that was waiting on you with open arms. No, but the Lord ready to kill you, baby. Go ahead.
God. It says, the day of
T-shirt. Lord about to kill you, baby.
Ready see, baby.
It says, the day of trouble is near,
Yeah, the day of trouble is creeping up on you. What?
and not the sounding again of the mountains.
Yeah, and not the sounding of you people in your rulership. See, what this morning would bring is the completion of a transition of power. That transition of power, you're not going to no longer hear the sounds of the mountains, those who are in power. That's going to be drowned out by the missiles, man, which is going to represent the kingdom of heaven. The missiles, World War III, is going to be the inkling that the kingdom is here. All right, come on.
It's on 2nd Ezra 7 verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
Right, what is this time? Meaning this current rulership. All right, this current peace system that's in place. You know, that accommodates the lust of you people. And the folly of you Americans, man. You just want to see them get down, man. Hey, especially Jake, that's why the Lord said, why should you be stricken anymore? Just lay down and set up.
In the beginning of immortality for the come.
Yeah, and see, so the day of doom is going to introduce immortality. And that's in 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter, where the world to come cannot come except this current place be overthrown. Right?
Wherein corruption is past.
Yeah, and what's the corruption? Corruption is Esau and his policies, his trends, and everything that's laid out before you out here in America. And really throughout the world. Wherever this man, because you got to remember, the earth was given into his hand. And being a criminal, your fingerprints is all, like the brother said, McDonald's, that's a fingerprint. Go ahead.
It says intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up.
That's what's happening. That's the transition. Righteousness is growing, you know, the truth is springing forth, and this word is having its rightful position. The word has now rested settled on the planet Earth, and it's been given free course. And it's accomplishing what it was set out to do, man. Let's bring in the elect and to condemn the wicked. All right? There's more? That was it? That's it? All right. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders, the great millstone. Shalom, these brothers out there laboring in his work, and as always, you believers. The Oculus words, the Aqua, those who subscribe to the truth as well. Till the next time, shalom.
Shalom, DTA, Amon Ball, soon.
Very soon.
Yep, to you demons and you monsters.
Money crash right now.
Check your bank account.
You niggas that love
Check your bank account. Lord,
Cold Pepsi in the freezer.
where is it now, man? Gotta check your